Welcome back, guys. It's match day 8 for our Khemri, who are so far well on the way to scooping up a very healthy record. Currently they're sat on 6 wins and a draw. Now, for some reason, I have managed to lose the audio for this original recording. So apart from the end, so turn 16, where I'm going to cut back to the original video because it's a rather interesting reaction, this is going to be a tactical replay rather than a live match. But what I can tell you is our team has remained pretty much unchanged from previous games, so we're just going to jump straight into the coin toss, and let's see how this one plays out. Let's see if I can point out where I managed to rescue this one from, and how it played out. Okay, so I might not have pointed out, but this is our Khemri against a necromantic team. And our opponent won the toss and decided to put himself into defence, so it is our drive. So we'll switch up and we'll see that. And then we have the fame. Our opponent has a bribe. The weather is nice. The Necro have one on the bench, as do we, and the skills look a little bit like this. So he has a mighty blow piling on the wolf. He has a block tackle wolf. He's got a wrestle. He's got 2 dirty players. Only one golem, because I think one golem was missing for a match, who has mighty blow. The white has no skills, 3 on the line, so yeah, and a blodge white as well. So 2 whites, 2 wolves, no ghouls, only 1 golem. We are bringing to the table 4 Tomb Guardians, 2 with guard. We've got, let's just lock everyone in place, that's easier. 2 Blitzrars, both with Mighty Blow. We've got guard on one of our throws, which is the new skill. And Tommy back here, block and kick off return. On the bench, just a normal skeleton. So this is our drive. Plan here is, of course, to score in 8 and then deny the Necro the chance to score at all. We've got kick-off return, so that is us jumping over here. And a pitch invasion does not a huge amount to affect the game. We lose 2 from the LOS, but the Necro don't. They still have their full 3, so we can have all of our LOS hits. He loses 3 from the back, but that is not going to really affect how this plays out. And the ball is a touchback. I can't remember who I give it to. I might give it to one of the Blitzrars here. I ought to do. I don't. I give it to Tommy. I think the plan here should have been to give it to a Blitzrar to help those guys get the score in. And first things first, let's bring the ball up. Nothing wrong with that. That's a perfectly safe thing to do. And then we're going to throw some blocks with block, which is a good job given that dice roll. Mighty Blow not doing anything there. Just a push on here, but if I follow there, that lines up 3 dice from the Tomb Guardian, which gives us the knockdown. And I follow that one up as well. And if I step through here, which I do indeed, we've got 3 dice from this Tomb Guardian, meaning we managed to flatten the entire LOS there. But no armor break, so those guys can get themselves back up next time. We're just stepping forward here to defend the Tomb Guardians because we are a little bit concerned about the piling on Claw Mighty Blow Wolf. But everyone else steps up and that looks pretty safe. He can't reach the ball and that will do. So he stands up his LOS players. Not a problem there, that's what they are there for. They are just zombies. And I can't remember if he does go for a blitz here. He might do, because he can probably safely blitz in here if he wanted to do. But yeah, I noticed that he didn't use the Mighty Blow Wolf, which for me is a real relief. But he does come in and take his Mighty Blow block in here. He gets his knockdown. And breaks. And then removes Hellos. Does he make it back? I can't remember if he makes it back. MNG is a keeper, so he'll be missing at this game and the next. And that is the full extent of the turn. But so, the Necro team here, fairly disconnected, just the 3 from the LOS still connected. The ball can come fairly safely forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can safely have the ball up on the halfway line, caged off with these 3 hits available to me. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And then I can either take a blitz with one of the Blitzrars, or I can take a blitz with one of the Tomb Guardians, possibly in here, see if I can isolate that Flesh Golem. Is that what I do? I step forward there, which gives me 3 dice there. I stand up there, which gives me 3 dice there. Okay, 3 dice just makes the push. And I stay clear. 3 dice here gives me the push. I can't stay clear there, so I step forward, gives me the block there. Hit there with the Blitz Ram, which is good, because that gives me a hit and a knockdown with the block. The ball comes forward to be pretty safe. 2 dice there, lets me flatten a zombie. And I'm stepping forward there just to provide a bit more protection for the Tomb Guardian from the Claw. And 2 dice into the Flesh Golem, who chooses not to stand firm. Probably the right call there. I don't want to be based up in there. He wasn't going to get much joy from that. But what I have done is then go and shove this Tomb Guardian all the way out there. So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get clobbered. That shouldn't have happened. I think this guy is now in a real risky spot, especially with this wolf. Killer wolf waiting to pounce. So I should have stayed further back. Do I get punished for doing that, though? I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I'm tagged up an agility 3 dodge piece. Oh, that's not bad. But I've left him completely isolated. And he's going to be able to bring enough support in there to get himself 2 dice into 2 dice. He does man up over here, so this little corner is a little bit isolated. Does he have an option on the ball here? If that was a knockdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Couple of GFIs, and he could actually hit the ball here with a knockdown there. I hadn't spotted that I'd left that open, but need to pay attention to how fast the wolves can be. Oh, thankfully, the wolf doesn't have block, but he does have Claw and Mighty Blow, and we lose Domleb, one of our Tomb Guardians, early. Only to a Chaos, we could easily come back, but that is me being punished for putting that guy at risk. So, knowing that, and knowing where the team is, I think I should be pushing through this gap here. And we've got 2 players here, and we've got 2 players here. If I can isolate enough of those, I should be able to push through here, cage up, make a little bit of progress, but make a lot of lateral movement, and then keep some of these players, certainly this zombie over here, out of the game. Maybe even keep the Flesh Golem out for a turn, just because of their speed. So, move 1 is go and put guard in here. Well, that opens up blocks in here. And then my second move, it's a little risky, is to throw a non-block block. But that does give me a gap to work through. And it looks like I might be trying to blitz in there. I might be looking to blitz the white there, which is exactly what I'm going to do. We do blitz, we do knock him down, and we base him into a Tomb Guardian. But then again, we chip him off the field, so we don't need to worry about the white. It's a good result for us, and we come up forward to form a bit more of a screen so the Necro can't swarm around the top of us there. Guard makes himself kind of useful over here. Where are you going? Are you going to stand in here as well? No, you're going forwards. So the ball's probably going in here, which is a little bit risky. And I throw an odd 1 dice. Have I left a gap here? You get a 1 dice and you go 1, 2. Not really, but there is dice on the ball if something comes off there. The wolf on the floor is okay. I needed to make this block, otherwise you could come round, but I don't think you could get in on the ball. So, yeah, I think I'm okay. I think I'm relatively safe from that there, and obviously the 1 dice doesn't punish me. We do take our block though, and that solves that issue, because that gives us a knockdown. So these 2 not coming to threaten the ball this turn. But bringing lots of players in so we can hit in here now. Takes care of our guard thrower, which could be a little bit important. And I like this. he's coming in here. But at the same time, I don't like this because it appears the Necro coach here is giving me free run of the ball to pick on me with the wolf. Now, that could hurt the team, but that could hurt the Necro result here. Mudder Ducker goes down. I don't even think he needed the mighty blow there. No, it didn't need the mighty blow there for that. But regen saves us, which is, of course, as we've always said, absolutely amazing skill. And our guard thrower are there taking a bit of a beating as well. But looking at the state of the field, the Necro have left us a free run at scoring here, making no attempt to stop us. So first thing I do, obviously, is take the ball and go all the way up here. So I have guaranteed, from this position here, I have basically guaranteed that we are going to score no later than turn 5. Earlier than we'd like, but I've got to be honest, I will take the score whenever we can. And at the moment, we are facing the fact that we are one player injured, one player KO'd, and one player regen. So we are 3 players down to a Necro team that is only 1. So we are down on numbers, and he does still have his killer wolf, and he's clearly demonstrated his ability to get that wolf in and do some damage. So it might not be the worst plan to actually score early and avoid taking as many more hits, because once the Necro have the ball, that might change the playstyle. What we have got locked up, though, is a player here that's locked up, player here that's locked up, but you 3 are available to me, you're locked up. So I think I might be looking to block in there, because I want to stop these guys from swinging round. So a block in there, a blitz in here on the dirty player, and then some Tomb Guardians to support should be okay, but I think that's going to leave this Tomb Guardian isolated and blitzable next turn. Okay, you're coming up to protect the ball. Good shout. Let's get some of those slow players forwards. I do go for the knockdown, or I do go for the block. I get the knockdown. And that does open up the chance to go then for the mighty blow hit. She's probably going to have to come in there because that's the only available square. I don't need to follow this up, so I come back over here. Again, I don't want to lose my second blitzer here. And I'm not sure about this, but rather than coming in here, I come down here to achieve this block, which doesn't particularly. And that sacrifices here to an uphill block, which actually pays off. With the wrestle... No, not with the wrestle. He chooses not to take the wrestle there. And again, that is, again, the right call. He's armor 8, we're armor 7. The chance for us to lose a player is worth it, given the numbers. So I think that my opponent here made the right choice not to use wrestle there and risk the turnover and the damage. Okay, so we know he can't reach the ball. We're too far away. And we haven't left any blocks on. So all he's got to work with is the blitz. But we've got a Tomb Guardian here. Guard Tomb Guardian, so a valuable piece. Easily able to blitz me here. So we can get enough players in. I think he might need to actually blitz me down. If he wants the extra dice, does he? No, he doesn't. He can blitz me forwards. So it's a push. But he still gets a second lot of 2 dice. And another push, which he rerolls into a double skull. He does, and this is a changer. This really changes how the rest of this half plays out, because he loses his killer. Only to a KO, but the killer wolf goes down. Early turnover as well here for the Necro. And there's the turnover. So I'm now faced with an option. Before, when we were thinking about do we put the score in to save us, we're now faced with the option, well, maybe we can stall this out. I've got a guard Tomb Guardian stuck in here. I've got a free Guardian here. I've got a free Skeleton here. You two are kind of stuck. We've also got a Tomb Guardian over here, and the ball is still pretty secure if I can deal with the wolf. So maybe I blitz the wolf here, get the wolf in there, try and free up this Tomb Guardian and keep the ball safe and see how long we can stall this out for. And what I didn't do, and I should have done, is definitely at least stand this guy up. Knowing that's my blitz, I'm not going to dodge out here, so I should have stood up there as well. So those two should have done first. We only get a push on the blitz. Given that if I don't use the reroll at this point, I could have rerolled that, but I am able to put him into more dice here. So there's the reroll. Just the push, so glad we didn't reroll that block. But we have managed to line up a selection of block dice here. All pushes, mind. But I should be safe to throw this block. Well, we get the knockdown, which is the important thing. And the wolf is down between two players, so he's got a rough dodge out. The ball just makes a little bit of progress to be extra safe. And the guardian comes in to make dodging the wolf out even trickier. So what I didn't decide to do was actually stand these guys up. Well, they were only going to get punched anyway, so that's not bad. But it has allowed him to have 3 players back right behind here. So that could put me under a bit of pressure. Because it might be able to allow him to... Has he got any guard there? No. But he can blitz me out here. So we can actually still blitz with the wolf. Can either go forwards for 1 dice or backwards for 2. And he goes backwards for 2. Even with the claw, though, it doesn't do it. But here comes the dirty player. And there is a bribe on hand, so it's going to be plus 3 or 4 here. First foul we've seen is a break. It's a stun and no double. Final block is just a push. And is that everything? No, he's got 1 on the Guardian. Mayhem's there. Taking it for the team, but he is fine. Final zombie starts to put some pressure on the ball. So, was that the best use of the turn? Probably not. I think I would have liked to see the white up and round, starting to really pressure my decisions here with the ball. So we've still got 3 turns. Or, put it the other way, the Necro have still got 3 turns if you can force me to score. By only really bringing this zombie into play, he hasn't forced me to score. All I need to do is deal with this guy, and then we're away. However, dealing with that guy, not necessarily straightforward. I've got a skeleton here with 2 squares of movement, so perhaps in here. I've got a guard piece here. No, sorry, that's not a guard. Where's my guard thrower? Is he missing? Where is the guard thrower? Oh, he is there, sorry. There is the guard thrower. So we've got a guard piece here. So if you could come in there, that would be pretty good. That tags those guys out. If you were to stand up, that tags these 3 out. That then means you would get 2 dice there. And then with an assist here, I can blitz in there. That, I think, is how I do this. I just stand everyone up, try and fight back, and then deal with this guy. Maybe even squeeze the ball a square across. No, that's not what I do. I actually bring the guard back into here. Well, that makes things safer. And then I blitz in here. Interesting. Okay, we do deal with the zombie. Very nice. But I haven't dealt with the most dangerous zombie. It's an injury that doesn't come back on the regen. So I do tag this guy out, but I have left him dodge dice to get out. Ball does come across, and only then, after all of that, do I stand up my players. I could see not standing the guard up because it is facing off against a mighty blow piece. And we do chin the wolf. And that is the turn, so I don't stand the guard up. Leaves him at risk of a foul. But I think I'm okay with that, given the state of play. The Necro not really at this point able to make huge inroads. But he might try actually blitzing out here. Ooh, a push there would give him a second player. 1, 2, 3. He could actually blitz here. Oh, that's an interesting thing that I would have done, I think. I think I would have taken that guy. Gone 1, 2, 3, blitz. Hope for the knockdown. But a push would have done, because you could have then gone 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm stuck there and having to blitz the ball carrier out, having the ball based. With not a lot of people in range to do anything about it. So I think that was the blitz I would have taken. Steady manages to line up players in here. Gives him various 1 dice blocks. We lose Brandy to a KO. So numbers here could be a bit of an issue. And it all lines up the 1 dice on the Tomb Guardian. So our coach, our opposing coach here, far more interested in the bash game than the ball. Which is fair play, and he has done a lot of damage to us. So just have a quick look and see where we're at. We have lost 4 players. Only 1 permanently. But these 2 might not come back. But at the same time, we have done our own fair share of damage. The Necro down 3. Right, you're going to come back and mark this guy, and then we are going to blitz this zombie this time. Should definitely be getting these guys up first. Even though we still got 2 rerolls, definitely need to be getting everyone else back. Oh, I didn't blitz there. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. And we do manage to flatten the wolf in the end. So he's not going anywhere. I was expecting to blitz in there. And re-roll for the turn for the Necro burns into a push. But unless he does something clever here, we are scoring on our turn 8. So we actually achieved the 8-turn drive we set out to do. Is he going to be able to get enough dice? I think so. No, he's not. And a stun finishes off. So, turn 8 for us will be the score. Nothing special, I don't think. I could get a little cheeky here. In fact, I do get a little cheeky. I take a risky 1 dice block. Get myself a stun bout of it. And then I go for the score. Brilliant. So we do. We go 1 up against the Necro, which is perfect. It's exactly what we hoped for. We only give the Necro the single turn to come back at us. So it's unlikely we'll see a 1-turn Necro score. Which means, hopefully, if we get all the players back, we will be able to stall out for a 1-0 win. Or force the Necro to score in 2. Because I fancied my chances at a 6-turn score, but as the clock ticks down, not so much. Sadly, the Killer Wolf comes back. The spare white doesn't, but both of our KOs do. So we will definitely be going to the second half with a full 11. The Necro, I think, are currently sat at 10. So we can just skip through. This is just setting up to defend. So there we go. We've put 3 skeletons on the line. Everyone else in the backfield. And I think we haven't got anyone left with no bench. And again, the Necro is just going all out to hit us. The ball is completely ignored. So all this is just a few punches. Maybe a foul. Thankfully, the Killer Wolf only gets a push, followed by a turnover into a POW. So, Necro had just enough rerolls for the half. Here comes the piling on. Which is the first piling on we've actually seen so far, but the Wolf did spend most of the half on the bench. Brandy goes out as a KO. 4, 5, 6. He needs 1 assist here to make that 3 dice. Which he does, and he saves his dirty players, so we probably will see a foul as well, because Necro Coach does still have his bribe on hand. The Mighty Blow hit doesn't do anything, and then no foul, surprisingly. I was fully expecting to see the boot go in there. But half time, we are 1-0 up. Let's just see how the numbers play out. The white stays out, which is brilliant. And our KO comes back. So it is 11 versus 10 in our favour. We are 1-0 up. But we are against Necro. We all know how good Necro are and how fast Necro are. Though not having the ghouls might slow the team down a little bit. He could carry it on anyone here, but I would be tempted to carry it on the Blodge White. And save the 2 wolves for blitzing. Tackle here is irrelevant. We have no dodge. But obviously the Killer Wolf is a Killer Wolf, and you can't really outrule him out. But we have all of our positionals back. both blitz rouse, both throw rouse, all 4 guardians. We will have kicked into the safe square. We pick up the reroll on the kickoff. That should give us 4. Notice how we didn't use them in the first half. And all we're going to do now is hold on. So he has some blocks to take. Glad I put the skeletons on the line because I don't really want to see the punch coming from the claw. But we do see the blitz from the golem. Thankfully it's just a push. And that does leave the golem in a bit of a risky spot himself. And Brandy, after having taken so much damage so far, gets himself actually dead. But he's a skeleton, and skeletons pretty much always come back. So he will live to fight another day. So like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gets 3 dice in there as well. So maximising the assists on the block, but he's left the ball rather exposed. He's far enough back not to be too risky, but it is out there. But he's pretty safe-ish there. But I might be able to get on the ball here. Okay, that is the turn. I only need to shift this guy. I'll block in there and shift that guy. I'm on the ball here. Whether I should or shouldn't, I know my playstyle, I will push on the ball if I can. So maybe I ought to be thinking about getting a guy in here. So I don't need to, I don't actually need to throw that block there. And I can either go 2 dice, 1 smack, push you in there, or I could step you in here, and then blitz in there, push you back, and then on the ball with 2 or 3 of these guys. Muscle in here, hopefully isolate the wolves. I do need to leave someone to sweep around this side. That would be an interesting play. Is it what I spot? Is it what I do? Now, I take my various guard pieces. I do put a guard piece in there, so I do line that up. I also then put another guardian in there. So we are basing up the killer wolf. You come back to give me a sweeping piece. So turn order so far. Going to plan, I also bring back a blitzer to give me a block piece. And then I bring a guard piece around as well. So what I haven't done is left me anyone spare to blitz the ball. But I do have this guy who on a knockdown manages to get a stun. And what I have done that I didn't spot when I just looked at it again is I haven't activated this Tomb Guardian. So once I've got this guy on the ball, I've also got a Tomb Guardian here that can sweep around the back, block these guys in, sweep through the middle here and block the back of these guys in, or simply base the ball. Looking at it, I think I might like to go 1, 2. I can't actually go that way because I'm square there. So maybe just into there, or maybe 1, 2 into there. Not sure. Let's see what I do. Where do I stand? Do I just stand in there? I do. I've got 2 dice there. I've got 2 dice on the killer wolf, which gives up a chain push. It's pretty good, but I haven't tied up that wolf. And we do flatten the zombie there. Okay, so the Necro have 2 free zombies here, 2 free zombies here, and a free wolf. He can't get in there. If he could, if he puts one of those zombies in there, he puts an assist in there. Yep, that guy steps into there. That guy steps into there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy blitzes. 1, smack. Sorry, no. He needs to block from that square there. So you need to step in there. Blitz from this square. That's a chain push. Smack. Knocks you down, puts you all free, and you're out. You pop that guy out. That would be the play I think I would be taking. Okay, does step in there. But steps in here. Even a block here from the ball. Just a straight up block from the ball carrier. Okay, gets the push, which is good. Ball carrier is free. But now the ball carrier is still based by a Tomb Guardian, and he now has to make this work. So he's got killer here. But that killer has an assist, and a guard, and an assist. So the wolf here, killer wolf, not going to get a very good block in there. Can you blitz? You can go 1. There's only 1 extra assist square. So doing that would be 1 dice. That's a little brave, but he's got to do something. Okay. I'm not even sure if this is not 1 dice into uphill dice. Or is he going to come... Can the wolf make it right round? Let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, no bother at all. That wolf can go right round, so he can actually push me this way. That's pretty good. That is a smart play. Is it what he does? I think it is what he does, actually. It is. There we go. He's got himself the dice he needs. Probably enough assists. Nope, just the 1 dice. But the 1 dice is all he needs. Ball carrier is free, but the ball carrier is in a little bit of bother. Okay. Now this looks like it's going to be an interesting turn. Well, I've put 3 players too far deep to be really relevant. But I get this guy here on the ball. So I can stand up there, and I can hit the ball for 1 dice. If I get you out the way, with, say, a block there, 1, 2, I have 2 dice on the ball. If I get you out of the way, and put you in there, I can still blitz you, and have an assist in there. So I think the play, crazy as it might seem, is stand that Tomb Guardian up. And then you guys are actually doing a job where you are, so might not need to move you 3. But the risky play is then block here. And I think follow. A push will do, but I want you in there. So we do that, and I follow. I then take my guard, and I go 1, 2. Stands him in there. I can then take a block here for 2 dice. And that's going to be a free square. So 1, 2, 3, 2 dice on there. I think that is the way to play this. We stand the Guardian up. We go for our 2 dice. We flatten the wolf. I need to follow this. I do. Guard. Goes in to make the blocks here possible. I then... Oh, interesting. I don't hit with the Tomb Guardian. I actually hit with the Blitzra. So from back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need a GFI, but I am hitting with block rather than not. That's okay. And I roll a 1 on the GFI, so we have to re-roll that into a 2, which gives me a skull. So a little rough on the dice, but if I'd gone with the Tomb Guardian, that would have resulted in the same turn of events. So a little unlucky there after the Necro slipping up and giving me the free hit. But that's okay. These things happen. We still have his ball carrier based up with the Tomb Guardian. Guard in various spots. These 3 guys based up here. Though it looks like he's going to be able to get out here. But are we looking... No. So, looking at that... Action 1. The first dice he rolls are uphill block dice with the ball carrier. Well, that isn't exactly what you'd call a smart move. I would think there was a better play to be made here. There probably definitely was, because he's got currently dice in here. He's got 1 dice in there, which is obviously better than uphill dice. Uphill with block, though. Let's see, but it doesn't get punished too badly. It gets a push out of it, but the ball's now stuck here. Not really managed to do anything, and burns a reroll to push a Tomb Guardian into uphill push. So I think we've probably put him under a bit too much pressure last turn, and we've forced him to make some difficult choices, perhaps. It's nice to see, but the ball is still there. We might still be able to get there, but I think I don't have a route through now. Apart from the fact I've still got a Blitzra here. who could just jump up and hit the ball carrier. Has he blitzed? I don't think he has blitzed, so here's the blitz with the killer. There's the POW. Otherwise... Ooh, and the piling on in this way. Well, Brent takes the brunt of that damage. I'm not sure piling on there was the correct call. He didn't break to begin with, then he did. Regen, but how has that left the turn? I think having the wolf there might have been a little bit better than going for the pylon. But can I get an assist? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can just run this guard into here. I can then blitz for 2 dice. There. So that, I think, was... Leaving the wolf up wouldn't have changed that. But we have a good shot at the ball here. Do I do anything else? Well, I ought to take this Tomb Guardian and isolate that flesh golem. I will be down to a single screening piece. But you will still be available, you'll still be available, and I can hit the wolf in there. So yeah, I think that should be the way to play this out. Guard looks like he's on the right way. He is. Guard is on the ball. We go for the blitz. Only a push. Might have been worth a reroll there. And in terms of pushing, I actually think that might have been the better square. Just because he wouldn't have quite such an easy time getting out, because there's currently 3+ dodge there. If he was there, 4+ dodge. So just pushed him that way, probably have been the better push. We do tag out the golem. And I can't say whether I follow that up or not. I do follow that up. But that leaves him some players here free. Though it does tie up these guys. But my sweeper piece comes round. Don't know whether I'm happy with that or not. I can keep the pressure on, but I have no one left bar an unskilled skeleton. Hopefully he's coming backwards in case that ball gets away. Okay, he does come backwards. And then maybe a block there. And I can't follow that up if I want to keep the wolf in place. So we'd keep the wolf in place, leave me everyone else free. And we've actually injured the other wolf there, which is amazing. Takes care of one of the claws. Regens, but he shouldn't be too much of a problem for the rest of this half. Because the ball is now pretty much on its own. Getting into to free the ball carrier is hard work for the Necro here. So he's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players, having shifted the wolf. So it's 9 versus 9. We are down 2. So 9 versus 9. But the ball is double based with a Guardian in the back. Most of his other players are based up. So he's only really got these 2. And the dirty player here that aren't based up. Blitz with the ball carry doesn't get him out. It could be in a little bit of bother here. And I think this shows exactly the mindset of our opponent. His ball carrier is based, and the move here is a 2-dice blitz with the killer on a Tomb Guardian. Picks up an injury on Domleb. We are badly hurt and movement bust. But Regen, once again, saves our bacon. Now this leaves him with a 3-up dodge with a reroll on the ball carrier, but where does that ball carrier go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Makes the dodge. Risks a second dodge. Pops dodge, but gets away with it. And then runs around. Falls on the GFI. And then I think he even then risks handing off the ball. No, second GFI. And then the hands off the ball. Which he drops. Alright. Well, I think it's safe to say that we did put a lot of pressure on. I didn't cover off this eventuality whatsoever. So whilst we were thinking, we're doing alright here and all these teams isolated, well, now it's completely switched. The entire team is around the ball and we are isolated. Our team is all here, bar 1 skeleton. Whereas the ball is here. He's got 2 agility 3 pieces, 4 zombies, And these guys here, way too overmarked for where the game has moved to. So I've got to look. Well, I can get 5 squares out of this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I need a GFI just to mark the ball. You are kind of completely on the wrong side of the pitch. You 3, not so much. I might be able to do something there. So, you definitely need to come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got to do. First move needs to be getting this guy over here so he's relevant next turn. None of these blocks are going to affect how this plays out. I can't block this guy free unless I step in there, but that just seems crazy because this guy is stand firm. So you're kind of stuck with this, so I could just stand you up. So then the big question is, what can I do with you 3? Well, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 GFI just to tie out the white. Well, you 2 can't run round, so do I actually go through the middle here? Do I take you 2 and go 1, 2 and blitz in there? Do I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 GFI? And blitz in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I actually blitz in there then, maybe? Could I put you in? 1, 2, 3, 4. Blitz you, and then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think maybe that is actually the play we blitz. You try and score around the top. You're in for sweeping, and you 2 are just going to have to take some blocks. And the blitzer is standing up early in the turn. Let's see. Let's see, because he did catch me on the back foot there. Very much so. Okay, so we bring the thrower back. That's going to give me a sweeper next turn. Our isolated blitzer stays where he is. And we go to move the Tomb Guardian. Do I GFI him? Yes, I do. Probably okay with that, because what's next is the blitz. And that, keeping this guy, either forcing the dodge or keeping him there, is going to be a big help. Next move is GFI to mark the ball, not tag this guy out. I even then throw some blocks here. Well, that block there does make the route through here easier, so that's not awful. Because I do put my guard in there. So I've got guard on these 2, but am I going to blitz here? I am. So I blitz in here. We're knocking down. I don't think I'll put him on the ball. No, I put him backwards. Doesn't matter because he goes out. Another injury. Another one that sticks. So that's pretty good. And then we step up to mark the ball, which makes guard there more relevant. A block on a flesh golem is just push. Leaves everything okay. So I think we might have rescued that a little bit. But there is a spare guy here. 1, 2. I'm not quite sure what he does there. If he steps in there, you've actually got 2 dice there. And then you can come round. Not sure what to do here. He can't really blitz with the wolf, because the follow-up will be pretty bad. No, the follow-up's still 1 die if he blitz this way. 1 dice, but then he's got to dodge out. Not sure what he does here. Okay, what he does do is 1 dice the guard, who's out for a while. That doesn't free one up. But then he gets himself 2 dice here, which is, again, a knockdown. He can then follow that up. So Mudder Ducker, our Blitzara, goes out, follows up to give him 2 dice on the skeleton, and then he can... Ooh, interesting. He blitzes on the dodge. I wouldn't have blitzed with the wolf and then gone back for the ball and gone for the dodge last. But he goes for the dodge early. Knockdown works. Would have done, doesn't matter who he went for. And that is a good turn for the Necro there. They managed to stun, kill, and, KO. So he managed to stun a player, KO a player, and stun another player. All he's got to do now is pick up the ball. If he gets the ball, which he does, not a lot I can do to stop him. So the ball is here. I'll count that in a second. When the camera stops doing its thing. Alright, there we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, GFI, GFI. Double GFI, I can mark the ball. And I think that is it. I've only got 2, 4, 5 active players. 1 injured, 1 KO, and 3 on the bench. 2 stuns. So that is my action. So it's probably just a blitz in here. A block there gets you free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I blitz there. I can't hit the wolf, but if you were to perhaps stand in there, a knockdown here would give me you back. Blitz there. Tomb Guardian just comes and stands in here. The wolf is on his own at that point. But that doesn't give me a lot of turns to do anything. Okay, the push is enough to give me... Oh, sorry. I block there. I don't free up the Blitzerer. And I didn't blitz here. So am I going to take a 1 dice blitz on the white? Looks like I am. I do. I 1 dice blitz the white. Just a push. And at that point, I really should have thought about making the GFI with the Tomb Guardian just to have that guy in base contact. Because I don't follow and I come this way. No, I come safe. Alright. So, the Necro. It is Necro turn 14. So if he scores this turn, I have 3 turns. But apart from this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have anyone else to worry about. But I see 1, 2, 3, 4 and blitz. And if this guy's out and the wolf makes a couple of squares, he's away with this. Nothing I can do to catch him. So the assist does come in. He stands up here. Yep, stands these downed players up. Pushes the wolf safely out of range. So anything other than a double skulls into double skulls? And he's fine. Alright. So, Tommy goes down. Doesn't break him, but he is pretty much out of range. And a bit of a zombie screen in here stops anyone else from getting close. Who are you? Who are you? 1, 2. 1, 2. Ooh, just a push there. Alright, things starting to get down to the nitty-gritty here. Looking like it's going to be a draw. It is looking like a draw. What can we achieve? Well, I've got a Tomb Guardian here. Can go 1, 2, 3, 4. That seems like a pretty good idea. I've got a guard here that can go probably in there. I've got a player here that can probably go in there. I can blitz from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I could blitz in there. Put you in there. Tomb Guardian comes down. You blitz through. And you get to go 1, 2, 3. You guys are just fighting the rest of the team. Let's see. Do I protect the Tomb Guardian? I do. I'll put the Tomb Guardian in there. I then take my blitz, probably still over here. We get the knockdown. And have I got any movement left? I don't think I do at that point. So you're in there. Guard in here, maybe? Yep. Probably means just a stand up there. Alright. That is the play. We've left the flesh golem alone. And I'm probably going to leave this alone. I think I shouldn't follow that up. Okay, perfect. So that is the turn. That is the best I could come up with. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 GFI. So if he doesn't score, I need a knockdown there, a GFI there, and we can blitz the ball sideways. Can't afford to blitz him down. That'll force the score. And we have Guardian here. So I don't see much going on there. Got a 1 dice here. Could go for the dodge there. Definitely stand that guy up. I actually think you bring these zombies around here. More use than doing anything there. Same for this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's more use in there. Or the Necro could just score, which is exactly what they do. They don't run the risk. They want to at least get the draw on the board, so they do take it and give us 2 turns. Now, Necro 2 turns, that's okay. But Khemri 2 turns, that would be a thing to see. The white finally comes back, as does the other wolf. How about our KOs? We don't get our KO back, but we do get our 3 from the bench. So on the defensive, the Necro are looking to put 3 on the line. They have to do. And then everyone else deep. So they are respecting the fact that we might be able to push this in 2 turns. There could also be a riot. That would give us 3 turns. And that suddenly makes things more interesting. I, on the other hand, I'm going to take Tommy and put him deep enough to go and fetch the ball. I put everyone else forwards. So I've got both of my movement 6 pieces because I'm missing a Blitzer. So I've only got 2 movement 6s. I've also got all 4 Guardians on the line. So I think the plan here will be punch with enough Guardians to free up everyone else to push as far forward as they can. Tons of rerolls. I don't think we've needed a reroll so far this game. Fetch the ball, but I might easily need a pass here to make this work. Okay, kickoff return is going to get us underneath the ball. Well, that's a big help. Both teams get a reroll. Again, that doesn't matter. Sadly, we don't make the catch. So we can open up with 3 dice. 3 dice is a push. Well, a push might just be enough. 3 dice over here is a push. Again, that might just be enough, but it's looking a little bit tight. I think, if I'm going to try and push players through, especially movement 6 players here and here, I've thought about pushing that guy over there. So I had a gap. And this guy probably pushed over there, so I've got a gap. We'll catch 9 dice, we get 3 pushes. So I now actually have to throw a blitz with one of my potential scorers who, make that 11 dice 4 pushes. But gets through, but has swallowed one of his movement squares. So I need 8 squares. And there goes one of our reroll on the GFI early in the turn. Where does that put us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So both these guys can score. Both need 2 GFIs. And we've burnt the reroll. And we've yet to get anyone else in range. Like this guy. Movement 6. He can't get through here. Because I pushed these guys diagonally. If he'd been pushed forwards, then we would have created some room. So if you get a wide setup like that, and you can't rely on the knockdowns, I think forwards, left and right give you the widest gaps to squeeze through. We've burnt our blitz. This gets interesting if I'm going to get players into range, because everyone else needs to go kind of around. So next on our list is the pickup, but thankfully the pickup works and the ball can come pretty safe all the way forward. But I can't risk the GFIs because dropping the ball would be awful. But I do risk a GFI to put a guard here to protect these 3. You're going to go around the side, but I don't think that's going to get you close enough. But I suppose there's no real harm at this point in risking the GFIs. Both of them pay off. So that is a 3rd scoring threat. And a Tomb Guard and a Blitzer are here, who goes for a GFI. So I have 4 players in scoring range. But all of them need 2 GFIs, and there is a wall of 7 Necro players in my way. He can blitz one of them, but it's not going to matter who he blitzes. No one has catch, no one has any relevant skills here, so I need to roll some fairly big dice to make this work. But so far, he's made a good show of marking up everyone. And is he going to blitz in with Wolf? No, it doesn't. He's going to blitz with a Mighty Blow on my Blitzer. That's a pretty good shout. Only gets 1 dice because of my guard. I don't think he spotted that one. But that means Ooh, and a failed dodge down the back here, I think. Ooh, gets away with it on the reroll. So you are completely out of range, and I'm going to cut back at some point to the live reaction, but towards the end of this turn. This dodge here is the worst possible move the Necro player could have made. And I'll show you how I make that in a second, but that opens up everything. So I want to score on one of these guys. I might just play this through for you so you can see how I do it rather than talking it through, because I didn't really know how to do this until I sort of made it up as I went along. But I go for the blitz here to force a chain push. So I needed the push, not the knockdown, because what I've done there is I've formed a T-shape. I've lined up with guard a 2-dice block here to push this guy into range. Now I just want to check. Yep, there was something my opponent put into the chat which makes perfect sense now I look back. I could have actually pushed the wolf, which makes what I'm about to do even more disgustingly cheesy. But I should have taken that block there, pushed the on a knockdown, because nothing else would have mattered, pushed this guy back. Because I could have then... I wouldn't have actually made that much difference, but it would have made the next part easier. Here comes our block. I choose, in fact, to push myself forward so I don't have to make as many GFIs, which in its own sense, it makes perfect logic, but I don't have anyone to deal with the wolf. So whilst I can make the pass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I've got a 4+ pass with a reroll into a 5+ catch, who then needs a 4+ dodge and a GFI. And I run in, make the pass, and this is the worst bit about losing the recordings, because I started screaming at this point, because I well made the catch. And the dodge, and all I needed was a GFI. Notice there, didn't even need a reroll. That is the jammiest thing I've ever done. That is a win I definitely didn't deserve. That result should definitely have been a draw. Over the moon with a win, but a draw all the less. That should definitely have ended up as the draw. And Brandy, even after all the beating he took, picked up the MVP, and we picked up rather than a few SPP after that match. Not as many as Good Boy there, 11 for the Killer Wolf, who did all of the work. Okay guys, so that is match 8 taken care of. The Necro was really tough there. Interesting to come across a coach that was far more interested in taking the fight than the ball. Gave me an easy first half touchdown, but left me in a rough spot. If the regen hadn't worked, that would have been a different match if I had been faced with having to make up the numbers there. But another win for the Khemri, and that puts them at 7 wins and a draw, well on their way to picking up that top spot on the Khemri Challenge. So until next time, over here will be a video about something. I think it's going to be skills again, but click on it and you'll find out. And otherwise, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I will get the next one out to you as quick as I can. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.